Hello students, welcome to this video lecture on the subject Analog and Digital Electronics. Myself Gaur Gopal Jana, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management. Today I am going to discuss on astable multivibrator. Okay. At first, we will learn the definitions of multivibrator, astable multivibrator, construction of astable multivibrator, then operation of astable multivibrator, calculation of frequency of oscillations of astable multivibrator, and then advantages and disadvantages of astable multivibrator. Also the applications of multivibrator. Okay, now let's go to the topic. Multivibrator. What is multivibrator? Multivibrator is a relaxation or non-sinusoidal oscillator which is usually two-stage amplifiers with positive feedback. It is basically a switching circuit which generates non-sinusoidal waves such as square wave, sawtooth pulse and rectangular waves, etc. Okay. The circuit of multivibrator is made up of both active and passive electronic components. Active components include elements such as BJTs, FETs, vacuum tubes, op-amp and 555 timer ICs, etc. And passive components include elements like resistors and capacitors. However, while designing multivibrator, care must be taken so that the two stages of the circuit continuously alter their states between cutoff and saturation regions. Now, depending upon the type of coupling network used, there are three types of multivibrator. Okay, astable or free running multivibrator, monostable or single shot multivibrator, and bistable or flip-flop multivibrator. Now the astable multivibrator. Okay, a multivibrator which generates square waves of its own, that is without any external trigger pulse, then the multivibrator is known as astable multivibrator. It is also called free running multivibrator. It has no stable states but only two quasi-stable or half-stable states. Okay. It is just an oscillator because it requires no external pulse for its operation. Once the multivibrator is on state, it just changes its states on its own after a certain time period, which is determined by the RC time constant, means used resistors and capacitors value. Okay, a DC power supply is required for its operation. Okay, now the construction of astable multivibrator. This is the circuit diagram of symmetrical collector coupled astable multivibrator using two transistors. Okay, two transistors means Q1 and Q2 are connected in feedback to each other. The collector of transistor Q1 is connected to the base of transistor Q2 through a capacitor C1. Similarly, the collector of transistor Q2 is connected to the base of the transistor Q1 through capacitor C2. Okay, the emitter of both transistor Q1 and Q2 is grounded. The collector load R1 and R4 and the biasing resistors R2 and R3 are all have same values, and the capacitor C1 and C2 also have the equal values. The frequency of oscillation of output signal, okay, this is varied by varying the values of these values of resistors and capacitors. Okay, now the operation of astable multivibrator. When the power supply VCC is applied, okay, the collector current of transistors increase. We know the collector current of a transistor is depends on the base current, because we know that collector current is equal to beta times base current. Okay, also we know that no two similar transistors can be exactly same. Okay, two transistor may have different beta value. Now, due to this difference in transistor characteristics, suppose the collector current of transistor Q1 is greater than the collector current of transistor Q2. Okay, means Q1 starts conduct first. Now, as the collector current of Q1 increased, the negative voltage to the base of the transistor Q2 will also increase. Therefore, the collector current of Q2 transistor will decrease. This decreasing collector current results the positive voltage to the base of the Q1 transistor. So, the collector current of Q1 will further increased. Okay, this continuous action makes the collector current of Q1 to increase further, and also the collector current of transistor Q2 is decreased. Okay, so by this cumulative action, within very short time, Q1 gets into saturation and Q2 to its cutoff state. Now, since the transistor Q1 is in saturation state, the whole VCC drop will be across R1 resistance. In other words, as the Q1 is in on state, therefore the collector is short circuited to the ground. Okay, therefore the output voltage across the transistor Q1 is equal to 0, and at the same time, as the transistor Q2 is in off state, okay, cutoff state, therefore the collector voltage across Q2 will be nearly VCC. Okay, there will be no collector current. As there is no collector current, so total VCC voltage will be appear across the Q2 transistor. Therefore, the VC2 is equal to VCC. Now, since the collector of transistor Q1 is in ground potential, therefore the capacitor C1 starts charging through the resistor R2. Okay. Now, when the voltage across this capacitor C1 rises sufficiently, that is more than 0.7 volt, it biases the transistor Q2 in the forward direction. So, it starts conducting. Okay, and soon it will reaches in saturation state. When it reaches at saturation, So the collector of the Q2 transistor is in ground potential because this point is short circuited to the ground potential. Okay. Therefore, collector voltage of Q2 transistor is decreased from VCC to nearly 0. Okay. Now, as this potential is in 0 value, then the capacitor C2 will start charging through the resistor R3. Okay, in this path. So the voltage across the capacitor C2 will increase. When this voltage reaches nearly 0.7 volt, then this increased voltage makes the transistor Q1 is in forward biased condition. So the transistor Q1 will starts conducting. So in this way the whole cycle is repeated. Okay. Now it is seen that the circuit alternates between a state in which Q1 is on and Q2 is off, and a state in which Q1 is off and Q2 is on. The time in which the state alternates depends on these resistors and capacitors values. Okay. Since each transistor is driven alternatively into saturation and cutoff, the voltage waveform at either collector is essentially a square waveform. The peak amplitude of the square waveform is nearly the VCC. So this is the output waveforms of both the transistor Q1 and Q2. Okay. Now the frequency of oscillation of astable multivibrator. Okay. It can be proved that the on time of transistor Q1 and which is equal to off time of the transistor Q2 is equal to T1 is equal to 0.69 R1 C1. Similarly, the off time of transistor Q1 or the on time of transistor Q2 is exactly the same, that is T2 is equal to 0.69 R2 C2. Therefore, the total time period is equal to T is equal to T1 plus T2, which is equal to 0.69 R1 C1 plus R2 C2. Okay. If we make R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R and C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C, the frequency of square wave will be F is equal to 1 by T, which is equal to 1 by 1.38 RC, which is equal to 0.6 by RC. So by this relationship we can calculate the frequency of oscillation of astable multivibrator. So by changing the value of R and C, we will get the different frequencies. Okay. Now the advantages of astable multivibrator. What are the advantages? There is no external triggering required. So the circuit design is simple. Also the astable multivibrator is inexpensive. Okay. So cost is low. Also it can function continuously. So these are the advantages of astable multivibrator. What are the disadvantages? The drawbacks of using astable multivibrator is energy absorption is more within the circuit. Okay. So absorption of energy is high. Also the output signal is of low energy, and the duty cycle is less than or equal to 50%. You cannot get greater than these values. Okay, and what is the applications? Stable multivibrators are used in many applications such as armature radio equipment, Morse code generators, timer circuit, analog circuits, and TV systems, etc. These are the references used in this video lecture. If you face any problem to understand any portion of this lecture, then you can contact me through this email ID. Okay, so thank you. Have a nice day.